Hello everyone, welcome back to, well, Zelda, this time it's part 11. We've already read that, so I'm not doing it again. I downright refuse. Excuse me. And we have to talk to these guys for a bit here. Hopefully we can get to just, I don't know, Zora's River at least. Ole da galau, Dalunia da galau, Yoku yata galau. So yeah, it's me, and then just Goro, because that's what the Gorons do. Darunia, his name, Darunia. Yoku yata, well done. Yeah, just well done, Goro. これでまたうまい岩が腹いっぱい食えるから。So yeah, with this, again, delicious boulders. Hara ippai. Hara is like stomach, isn't it? So it's like stomach full. Ippai just means to be full, isn't it? Hara ippai. Kueru. Kueru means essentially to kind of munch on, I suppose, would be the equivalent sort of vibe it has in English. Like we can vibe on, like, oh sorry, no, not kueru. Ku is to like munch on, and kueru is to, you know, like potential form of that. So we can now munch on the delicious rocks again until, you know, until our stomachs are full. Ome no okage da. So okage just meaning like, you know, in thanks, I suppose, thanks to you, or your doing in a positive way. This is your doing. Thanks to you is probably the best translation you could get with that, probably most natural sort of one. The grammar's a bit different, obviously, between the languages, but yeah, that's the idea. Shikash, fushigi na hanashi da gara. However, it's a strange or mysterious, like, story? Yeah, story, I guess. Or maybe just a strange thing that he's about to talk about. It's like, however, it's a strange thing. Anna ni dodongo ga fuechimau nante, sore ni doukutsu wo fusaideta oiwa. Maybe. Annani. So Annani. We might have seen this with like Sonnani. Sonnani. Yeah, I suppose the ni means like two, and then Anna is like, well, it's like, isn't it? Like that. Like that much, I suppose, is basically what's going on. That much Dodongos increase, and then Nante, I suppose, just expresses Nante. Expresses maybe like a disbelief. Like the Dodongos increased that much. He kind of can't believe it, I suppose, or he's a bit mystified by, yeah, the Dodongos multiplying that much, to that extent, sort of thing. Annani. Sore ni, in addition to that, I suppose. Doukutsu wo fusagu. Fusagu is to block. So obviously the rock here, o iwa, I believe. Let's have a look here. O iwa. Okay, I don't have a. This dictionary is a bit bad. I think it's o iwa. Obviously, it just means large boulder. The large boulder that was blocking the cave, the cavern. So, in addition, the large boulder that was blocking the cavern. Sore mo kore mo kitto Ganondorfu toka yu Gerudo Yalao no Shiwaza da Galao. Sore mo, kore mo. So that That and this, I suppose, this and that sort of thing. Everything, all of it together. For sure, Ganondorf Tokayu. I don't know if this perhaps sort of expresses uncertainty of whether that's his name or not. Tokayu. I might need to make notes of this to ask someone. Could be an idea. Yeah, I might start doing that actually. Questions to ask. Let's have a look. Ganondorf Tokayu. In fact, I could just screenshot it, couldn't I? I'll screenshot it and then it will just be available for me to refresh my memory of what's going on. Gerudo Yaro. Gerudo, like bastard, I suppose. Gerudo scumboy. Gerudo, it's bad, isn't it? Gerudo rascal. I think this gets translated as rascal quite a bit, but rascal doesn't sound like bad enough, really. Anyway, for sure, Ganondorf, the Gerudo bastard called Ganondorf, not so making it into a, it's his Shiwaza. And Shiwaza just means deed, I think, like deed, his actions, his doing. I think Shiwaza is generally negative. It's like a bad deed, a bad action. Yeah, I think that's enough of that one. Ano yarao, seilei seki wo wataseba, doukutsu wo hilaite yaru nante nukashi yangata garau. That bastard, I suppose. Spiritual stone, pass if you give me the spiritual stone. The cavern, like I will open, essentially. The cavern I will open. Nante, again, Nante. Maybe just expressing disapproval of him having said this, rather than disbelief this time. Maybe it's disapproval. Nukasu, I was never really able to find a decent enough definition of this. Oh, well, apparently I was, but I haven't been able to use it myself. Nukasu means to say or to speak, and it says it's vulgar. This is a vulgar way of saying that. And put in yagaru at the end of a verb stem makes it, again, also like I think we might have seen it in the same series actually. Verb suffix to indicate hatred and contempt or disdain for another's action. So yeah, that's what he's doing. He's that's what he's doing there. Nukashi yangata. So yeah, he said, and he's expressing disdain to the fact that he said this. He said he will, he will open the cavern if you give me the spiritual stone. Sore ni kurabete, ome wa oretachi no tame ni kiken wo kayarimizu. I think this time sore ni kurabete, kuraberu means to compare, doesn't it? So I suppose it's like in comparison, or perhaps, on the other hand, or, on the other hand, perhaps. So comparing to that, you, our sake, danger, kayarimizu, I think is like to reflect upon or to look back at, perhaps in a kind of a, what have I done here? Kayarimizu. Oh, is it because it's like kayari? Oh, sorry, no, kayarimiru. Of course, is to look back or to perhaps to turn around, to review, to reflect, to consider. So I suppose this mizu, the zu at the end makes it actually negative. So it's like without looking back. I'm a bit confused by this actually. I wonder if it's like, well, it's... the kiken, or the danger, is the object in this. Kiken. Excuse me. Kiken wo kayari mizu. So I don't know if it's like without looking back, and then he's trailed off before the verb that links to the danger. So it's like you faced danger without looking back, but without explicitly mentioning the facing of the danger. Or maybe this is the main verb, and it's like you, without looking back at the danger. I'm not sure, but anyway, that's what's going on here, isn't it? Kayari mizu, without looking back, either at the danger or without looking back, you did an unmentioned verb. You maybe facing the danger or something. Yeah, it's pretty confusing. Omega kini iru. So you, like, kini iru means to like, essentially. Like you have kind of, I'm going a bit literal here, but I suppose you have entered into his consciousness in kind of a positive way, perhaps. It's like you have, very literal, I know, and perhaps that's not even what it means literally, but like maybe he considers you now, he thinks of you, sort of thing. You are part of his, I don't know, part of his vibe. I don't know, he likes you. Kini ita, yeah, just means that you like something. Omega kini ita gara, I like you. Kyou kara ome to ore wa kyōdai da. So from today, you with me, or you and me, brothers, kyōdai. Kyo is like the reading of the older brother kanji, and dai is the reading of the younger brother kanji. So together that just means kyōdai. Quite interestingly, with kyōdai, you can just, this is just used for siblings, even though both of the kanji are for males. If you have brothers and sisters, everyone's still kyōdai, I think. Like, altogether, you're kyōdai, which is kind of funny. Like, for example, you might say, like, nanin kyōdai. Is that how you say it? Like, how many siblings do you have? It's kind of weird that they don't change it for whether it's girls or boys. I don't know. Anyway, we are brothers. Kyōdai no chikai no kawari ni koitsu wa uketotte kure. So yeah, chikai is like to swear, isn't it? Or chikau. Chikau is to swear. Like in an allegiance kind of way. So chikai just is the stem, which I suppose kind of makes it into a noun. So like as an alternative to, or instead of a brother swearing, or a brotherly, a brother swearing ceremony or whatever. Koitsu wo uketotte kure. Like receive this, take this. Like, yeah, instead of a declaration of being brothers or a ceremony or whatever. Yeah. Interesting. I was just thinking, imagine if the music wasn't playing, right? This Goran's just stood in front of us with his arms in the air. That's all that's happening. Goron no ruby wo te ni ireta. So you got the Goron ruby. Goron zoku ni tsudawaru hono no seiseki. The fire spiritual stone passed down among or in the Goron tribe. What's going on here? Kyōdai daka nandaka yoku wakaranai kedo futatsu no ishi ga atsumatta. So kyōdai, and then just daka, just suppose makes it into a question. It's like, brothers? What? Yoku wakaranai kedo. It does not become clear, basically. It does not become properly clear, or less literally, you don't understand well. But, kedo just meaning but, futatsu no ishi ga atsumatta. 2 stones have gathered. Like, this is intransitive, so we're not gathering the stones. Kind of weird in Japanese that this is the way it is, but it is the way it is. It's like 2 stones have collected together. 2 stones have gathered. Ato hitotsu da. Remaining 1. Remaining is 1. Just 1 remains. 兄弟、おめえはこれからも男を磨く旅を続けるんだな。So, brother, you, this from also, or rather, you know, from now, from this point also, man, I suppose, like training, like man polishing, man refining trip, or a trip to, you know, refine yourself into a man, I suppose. Tsuzukeru, meaning to continue. So you will continue your trip of refining yourself into a man from this point also. Like, won't you, I suppose, is dana, like kind of, you know, confirming out loud to himself, like, you know, you're going to, aren't you, sort of thing. それじゃあ、デスマウンテンの頂上の妖精様に会いに行きな。Given that, or if, you know, as that is decided, or as that is the case, Death Mountain's peak. I think this just means peak, and this means, you know, the top of something, doesn't it? So Chojo, not Yosei sama, fairy, or, you know, great fairy. Great fairy, basically. To meet. So meet to the great fairy, or meet with the great fairy. Ai ni ikina. This ni after the stem of a verb means like in order to do. So like go in order to meet to the great fairy. Ikina. Ome no chikara ni natte kureru garao. Your power to she will become for you, sort of thing. Or less literally, she will help you, isn't it? Like, yeah. Chikara ni naru is like to help or assist, or to become one's power, very literally. So yeah, your power she will become, or she will help you. さあみんな、兄弟を見送りしろい。Very interesting. So with that, everybody, or, you know, sort of, let's go, everyone. Now, everybody. Brother, let's see off, I suppose. Let's see off our brother, basically. Uh-oh. It's dangerous, Link. Yoku yatta goro. Ore tachi kyodai. Creeps. Oh, there's another one. I forgot about that. I forgot this cutscene. So yeah, yoku yatta just meaning like well done, and then ora tachi kyodai just you know, our brother sort of thing, or perhaps we are all brothers now sort of thing. Oh, that was a bit late. Kind of doing this in the wrong order, but never mind. Can just back walk. I should obviously have the shield by now, but I don't. I'll buy it after I go down the thing. The owl will help me get down. Oops. Might as well kill these. Oops. Just assumed I had my Ocarina on C down. Oh dear. Ooh, excuse me. Hello. Never realised he looked so shocked before. Yokoso, omae. Watashi wa chikara no. Daiyose. Maybe. Daiyose, maybe. Yokoso just meaning like welcome. Omae, that's our name. I, power, fairy. Great fairy, I suppose. Great fairy of power. I am the great fairy of power. Anata ni ken no waza wo sazukete ageru. So to you, sword technique, I suppose. A sword skill. I think this is waza. Yeah. Sword technique. I will grant, basically. I will grant you a sword technique, isn't it? Sa uketotte. So, like, yeah, with that, receive it. Take it now. I wonder how they decided on this design for the fairy, honestly. Maybe he... Is this Higi? Let's have a look. This might be Higi. Seems it is. Yeah, seems it is. Higi kaiten giri wo oboeta. So you learned or you memorized the secret technique of kaiten, just meaning like rotation, doesn't it? Kaiten is to rotate. I think they both kind of mean that. Oh no, they don't. Kaiten. Let me just look up the second character here. Kaiten. Oh, it can do. Yeah, I think they both sort of mean to go around something. Kind of. So yeah, anyway, it's like rotation, and then kiru is a verb meaning to cut. Specifically, this kanji is used with swords and things like that, perhaps like slash, I suppose. And kiri makes it into kind of a noun sort of thing again. It's like a stem, isn't it? So kiri. But because it's, I think it's just easier to say as kaiten giri. Kaiten kiri doesn't sound right. I think generally if you have like an at the end of a character like this, kaiten, then any k's afterwards will probably become g's. So kaiten giri, I think, is probably your best bet for this. So yeah, you learned the secret technique, the rotation slash, or the rotation cut or whatever. Bi wo oshite kiai wo tameru. Bi wo hanasu to kaiten beam. So like press B, and like kiai is like a, I think it means like fighting spirit, or like, you know, energy, or like focus, if you like. Ki, scream, yell, fighting spirit. Yeah. So fighting spirit is probably the best translation, to be honest. Your fighting spirit. And tamel means to store up, doesn't it? Tamaru is intransitive, and tameru, I guess, is just transitive. So it's like you're trying to, you are causing the storing up. So you're storing up fighting spirit or energy, storing up energy by holding B. And then B wo hanasu to, release B and, or when, or if you release B, rotation beam, which is kind of weird. But yeah, you get that beam of energy come off your sword, don't you? So yeah. Okay. Oh, right, okay. Kiai wo tamezu ni yaritai toki wa 3D スティックを1回転させB で OK. I'm not sure really. Let's just look for this again. 回転. I just want to see if there's something else that can go on the end of that there. No, apparently not. Okay. Toki makes it into when, doesn't it? Or at times, or when you want to do without storing, basically, without storing fighting spirit. So when you want to do it without, having to store up all the energy and that. 3D stick wo ikaiten sase. I guess this is like one rotation. And this is causative, isn't it? Sort of like cause the control stick to rotate once. And using B, okay. Or using B, will work, I suppose. Will result, give the desired result, I guess. Quick kaiten de Kouka Batsugun. Batsugun means distinction, extraordinariness, outstanding, excellent, exceptional, surpassing, extraordinary, distinguished. Right. So quick kaiten de. So using quick kaiten, or the technique it's just told us to use. The effect is, I suppose, incredible. The effect is outstanding. Because obviously you can just rotate and you can do the attack very quickly if you just get used to doing the quick kaiten or the quick rotation, I suppose. Kaiten giri de kiai wo tameru to malyoku wo shouhii suru kara midori no meta ni kiotsukete. So using the through the rotation slash. I've got to start a bit further in actually. Saving fighting spirit through the rotation slash sort of expends or expends magic power. So the green meter, take care, keep an eye on, basically keep an eye on the green meter, because magic power is expended, or you get the idea. Magic power gets expended when you save up, when you charge it up. Oke kara no tsukai no shounen yo. So from the royal family, Tsukai, I think we saw before in previous things, like Shisha was like a messenger, wasn't it? It was like a used person. So they were used, I was kind of used, not in a negative sense, I was of use to the royal family. And I think this is kind of what's going on here. So it's like the young boy who is of use or is being used. Sky, I suppose it's like a servant, basically, isn't it? A servant. That's probably what I should best go with here. So from the servant boy from the royal family is what she's saying. Hailalu jo ni modotta toki ni wa watashi no nakama ni ao koto ne. Alatana chikara wo sazukete kureru wa. So when you went or you have gone back or went back to Hyrule Castle, meet. Yeah, basically this whole thing is just like meet, isn't it? Like meet to my colleague, or you know, sort of what's the word? Not colleague. Not contemporary. What do I mean here? I had a word and I've forgotten it. I don't know. Anyway, it's like, you know, so she's the same, isn't she? She's the same as her, so it's like my colleague. There was a good word for this. It was on the tip of my tongue and I've forgotten it. Watashi no nakama ni ao koto ne. Meet my, like, equivalent, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Alatana chikara wo sazukete kureru wa. A new power she will grant you, isn't it, essentially? Tatakai ni tsukareta toki wa itsu demo irashai. So yeah, when you are like fatigued, I suppose, from battle, or fatigued in battle, perhaps. Itsu demo, just like meaning any time, like irashai, just like come back, you are welcome back here, sort of thing. Or pay a visit, maybe. Pay a visit when you are tired from battle. We've got to talk to this owl again. In fact, I think I'll get this spider first, because, well, just because. Ooh. We got Desu Mountain Kako, I think. Oh. So Kako is just like, you know, fire mouth. And I suppose in that sense, you know, it's a crater, isn't it? It's like a hole or a mouth. And then there's obviously lava in that hole. So yeah, fire mouth, Death Mountain crater. Koko sugoku atsui. So here, incredibly hot. Nagaku wa irarenai yo. This is potential form of to be, as a living being. So irarenai is like we cannot be, we cannot exist here. And then it's nagaku wa, saying that we cannot exist long here. We cannot exist for a long time in this place. So, you know, a short time is probably okay. But for a long time, we cannot be. Just want this spider anyway. Ha ha! 大妖精の力で一段とたくましくなったようじゃな。Yeah, so the Great Fairy's power, or through the Great Fairy's power, one level, basically, isn't it? One extra level. Takumashi. What was Takumashi? It was like Takumashi. Burly, strong, sturdy. So kind of just strong, I suppose, isn't it? Takumashiku natta, became strong by one level through the Great Fairy's power. And then yo, just meaning like to appear. So seems as though you have become a level stronger through the Great Fairy's power. Janga Mada mada hailalu no unme wo azukaru otoko ni wa mienu ga no. However, a long way to go, or still not. Yeah, still not. Hyrule's fate. Azukaru. Azukaru is to kind of. Azukaru is to take something on. Azukeru, I suppose, would be to give something to someone else to look after. And so azukaru is to kind of take something on to look after it. You get this a lot in... When did I used to do this? I used to have to go to the gym. And every time they'd take something off of us, maybe like our gym card. I think it was actually, yeah. You'd give them your gym card maybe, and then they'd give you like a locker key thing that you could, that you kind of needed to, lock your belongings up or whatever. And when they took the card, I think they'd say like "Owazukari shimasu" or something, "Owazukari itashimasu" or something. It's like they will take the card off of you and safe keep it, and then they'd give you a locker key and all that. So I guess that's what's going on. So azukaru wo toko ni wa mienu ga no. So we don't look like someone. Yeah, you don't look like a man or a person who can take on and look after Hyrule's fate, I think is what's going on here. Good lord. That's a word. Is that Gekai? Gekai. Yeah, it seems it is. Or Kakai, apparently. I don't know, Gekai or Kakai. Just means like the lower, world, doesn't it? So the down to Kakariko village is what he means, isn't it? Kakai made iku nara chikara wo kaso. So kind of if go until the lower world, power I will loan you, or I will help you. I can help you get down there, sort of thing. Chikaku e kite ashi ni tsukamari nasai. So closely come closely or come close, and to my feet. Tsukamaru, just like grasp or grip, I suppose, isn't it? So grasp my feet. Sa yuki wo dashite, ha ha. Yeah, with that, or right then, right then. Bravery, and dasu is to just to show, I suppose, isn't it? It's to get it out of you, to get out your bravery. To display bravery or whatever. Most commonly you probably see genki dashite said quite a lot. When people are unhappy, their friends might say sort of like genki dashite, don't be down, show your healthy self, show your good self, show your well form, your good form, sort of thing. Yuki o dashite. Yeah, so get your bravery out and let's go, sort of thing. Be brave. It's night time as well. Is that a good thing? There are spiders down here, so I suppose I could kill a few spiders and maybe get enough for the big wallet. Not one on this fence. Thanks for the heart piece. Might as well read this, actually. Heart no kakera wo te ni ireta. So, a heart fragment you got. Now, ima atsumeta kakera wa niko. So now, And this is the transitive form of what we saw before. We saw Atsumata about the fire spiritual stone, didn't we? Or rather, 2 spiritual stones. It was like 2 spiritual stones have gathered, and that was Atsumaru. And this is Atsumeta, which is the transitive, meaning you have gathered or you gathered. So you gathered, or rather, the fragments that you have gathered is 2. So you have 2 fragments now. Ato niko de tailyoku appo. So remaining 2, or with 2 more, I suppose, or with 2 remaining, or after collecting a remaining 2, body power up, or life up. We also need to set up Epona's song. When's a good time to do that? Oh god, might be a bit close there. I only have the 1 Deku seed, so I can't shoot the spider on the ladder. Well, I can shoot him, but I can't kill him. Oh, excuse me. So I suppose we'd better hope I get 10 from this spider. Oh, perfect. That's 10. Right, let's go and get the big wallet then. Noroi ga toketa yo. Thank you. Ole ni kore ageru. So yeah, the curse has lifted, or has like broken, or cured, or sort of been solved, I suppose. The curse has lifted. Thank you, just meaning thank you. Ole ni kore ageru. As thanks, this I give. Nice deal. Otona no saifu o te ni ireta. Saifu. Kind of forgotten the kanji for that. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, otona just means adult. So adult, and then saifu. Sai is like, well, apparently assets, money, wealth, or property. So money, I suppose, basically. Money, and then this is, this means cloth or linen. So it's just like a, oh, I suppose that's what it is, isn't it? It's like just a piece of cloth with a rope around it, into which you put money. Otona no saifu. But saifu, yeah, it just means wallet, doesn't it? Wallet or purse or whatever. Yeah, otona no saifu o te ni ireta, you got the adult wallet. Otona wa, that's the kanji for otona, in case you were wondering. Otona wa okane wo takusan moteru. Adults, okane is just money. You pretty much never say kane without the o. Money is always okane, pretty much. Otona wa okane wo, lots, and then potential form of motsu. So moteru, so can hold, can possess a lot of money. Adults can possess a lot of money. 200 rupee made moteru zo. Up to 200 rupees you can hold. And then just zo at the end for fun. I have a few minutes. items, maybe. So, whoops. I guess I'll try and go to the market to get a Hylian shield. I'm wondering if there's anything else I have to, like, set up. I must remember to do Epona's song. Perhaps we'll start the next part by doing getting Epona's song set up. Maybe. I don't really need her though, really, do I? She just jumps over into Gerudo Valley as an adult. Whoops. Oh, he's a big boy, isn't he? Nandemoya. Irashai. Okay. Could read this. Hylia no tate. I've seen it enough times, I think. 80 rupee. Hylia no kishi ga motsu okina tate. Yeah, kishi is just a knight. Essentially, it's like a... it's a good meaning, yeah. It's like Kishi are you know, they're strong knights, I suppose. Yeah, Hylia. Why is it Hylia? I don't know what Hylia is. Is that a part of Hyrule? I don't even know what Hylia is. Shit, seriously. Huh. Never really thought about it. You'd think this would be like Hylalu, not Kishi. But it ain't. Oh well. Hylia no Kishi ga motsu okina tate. So it's a large shield that like Hylian knights have or hold or possess or whatever. Is this Hono Kogeki? Maybe. Or En Kogeki? Either way, it's fire attacks, isn't it? Fire attacks o fusegu. They defend against fire attacks, or they defend fire attacks. They don't burn, obviously. Yes, I will buy it. Tosanko no? Or was it Tozanko? Might not even be that. Tozanguchi? Anyway, it's like climbing mountain entrance. Climb mountain entrance and not... Mon, that's gate, isn't it? Monhei-san. Let's have a look at Monhei. Or no, it's probably Monpei, actually. No. Monhei. Oh, that's not a word either. Oh, okay. I don't know. It might be a word. Monhei-san kara no shoukai ka. So, recommended or introduced from the gate guard of the climbing mountain entrance. Kind of literally. And that's a question mark, isn't it? So, have you been recommended, or is it a recommendation from that guy? And then ja, omake shitoite yaru yo. Omake was bonus, wasn't it? Omake. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Freebie, e.g. with a purchase, something additional, bonus, an extra, or an alternative translation is price reduction. Omake shitoku. I don't know why it's shitoku. Oh, by the way, yeah, this is a bit complicated here. Maybe omake shite oku would mean to reduce it in price in preparation, I suppose, for when we buy it. It kind of weirdly. Obviously, that's a bit more complicated than it needs to be. But yeah, shite oku. It just sometimes it gets used. In places where it might feel unnecessary, but that's just the way the language works. But yeah, omake shite oku, and people will often just say omake shitoku to make it shorter to say, rather than shite oku, just say shitoku, and that's what's going on here. He's saying omake shitoite, just making the oku into te form. So omake shitoite yaru. I will, reduce the price in preparation for your purchase, sort of thing, I suppose. Oh, cheers, dude. How much does he reduce it? Hylia no tate wo nyushu. So, enter the hand, Hylia shield, or you got the Hylian shield. Sobi gamen ni kilikayete. This is all stuff we've seen before, isn't it? So, switch to the equipment screen, select with the cursor, and equip with A. Oh, hoka ni mo kaimasu ka? Like, will you buy other things as well? No. I feel like that's kind of what's going on here as well. This should be yamete oku, but it's getting shortened down to yametoku, maybe. Although this could just be a kind of a word on its own. Anyway, that's that. So yeah, better wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Hope it was worthwhile, and I'll see you next time.